As I was preparing, I read this story of a wealthy young man who lived in the 12th century. And he enjoyed a life of luxury and wealth, but he was struggling with this inner tension in his life to serve God. He had all this wealth, but he felt in his being that it wasn't enough and he wanted to serve God. So one day he's riding his horse outside and he encounters a man with leprosy, someone afflicted with a disease that nobody wanted to be around because of the way that society had conditioned everybody to feel about these kinds of people. And so initially the sight and the smell of the man filled him with fear and disgust because he was taught by others to feel that way. And then something changed in his heart. Moved by compassion, this man thought about this situation differently. He felt the need to serve the leper. So this wealthy young man's riding his horse. He dismounts off of his horse. He gives his cloak to the leper and he gives him money, feeds him. And the story goes that at the end of the interaction, he does something that you were not allowed to do in that society. He grabs the man's hand and he kisses him on the hand. A man with leprosy who they thought was contagious. You can't touch this guy. And he kisses him by the hand. He says his farewell. He rides off on the horse. And he turns around to see that leper. And he finds that the leper disappeared, leading that man to think that he had just encountered Jesus. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you that this story is actually a true story. This person in the story was a man by the name of Saint Francis of Assisi. I don't know if you've ever heard of this man, but literally this man is the man that the San Francisco Bay Area region is named after. A man who dedicated his entire life to serving others. After this encounter, it changed him so much that he abandoned his wealth, lived in a life of poverty, and spent his entire life devoted to God in the way of serving others. Not just the leprous community, but anybody that he saw. He lived a life of service. Our region is named after somebody who served others for a living. Wow. See, I love that because it teaches us that if our region is named after somebody who served others with their entire life, that should be something that we should be known for as a family of faith as well.